Greetings, Geishlings. Geishin Prime here, doing the final live reaction of Toriko, chapter 396. Still yet unseen ingredients. With gratitude of all ingredients everywhere, thanks for the meal. Now then, where shall we head next? It's a nice little cover art. It's simple, but it bears the weight of the series, because that's kind of how it started and that's how it's ending. All the color pages. So many weird ass foods. Planted between mountains of shimmering, shining ingredients. Are we gonna finally get to see a front actual view of his third demon? I mean, if we don't, well, it was introduced late and never fully revealed. Toriko and his appetites. And you didn't. Time skip. A few years after Toriko and Ren's wedding. Wedding reception. Ren's wedding reception. So this is the new fairy tale castle. It's right out of a storybook. Yeah, Toriko did build a castle once before, so I guess this is probably more Ren's doing. An orphanage where children can eat God. Oh. Okay, so that's not actually where they live per se. You finally realized your name, Taki. Thank you, Kama. It's thanks to IGO and the Saya organization, giving their fullest cooperation and efforts on the selective breeding and artificial cultivation of God that this castle became a reality. Now we're getting tons of applicants rushing in to enroll apart from the children in need. I suppose that's the allure of being able to eat God here. Even adults are wanting to enroll. Look at all the happy faces. The children that leave this park are well known for continuing on with their lives with the strength and conviction in their hearts. Yes, and if they ever should stumble or lose their way, they can find their way back here anytime they like. After all, warm food and the king of all ingredients will always lead you back to the world of fairy tales. By the way, how is Yumi doing? Yumi is teaching cooking at the Nakayumi Culinary School. Apparently, students are rushing to enroll there as well, just to study under a teacher who has personally prepared and cooked God. I hope his hair doesn't go white again. Wait. It turned back to normal? And how about you, Kama? Still the same as always? Traveling around with your partner as the legendary duo? Heck, I forgot. I had an appointment with Toriko and it's almost done. I'd better get going. That's kind of a thing with him, isn't it? Yeah, I know that's happened at least one other time. I'll see you later, Taki. Yeah, geez, you sure are busy. Where are you off to this time, Kama? Space. Space? Well, be careful out there. I guess the final frontier of food, huh? There's a giant bug. Oh. Boy, this chapter's really calling back to the first one. Because Toriko's fishing, just like he did in the first chapter. Toriko! Yo, you're late, Komatsu. Sorry about that, I got tied up chatting with Taki over at this park. Man, it really is beautiful out today. Even the sun, before it even realized it had returned back to how it was before. It's so bright. Speaking of that, I figured out the secret of the gourmet eclipse, Komatsu. What? What? Seriously? Yeah, it's really not that big of a deal. A giant gourmet satellite, invisible to our eyes, was just covering up the sun like a giant lid over a pot. A gourmet satellite. I almost said salad. What the heck is that? And it looks like a pan, made of pans. Only in Toriko. An artificial satellite created out of gourmet material. Apparently the nitro had originally created it for preparing planets for food. A cooking satellite? So then it's a gigantic cooking utensil? Yeah, I guess so. Jeez, the scale is so huge I can't even begin to imagine. So then there have been... excuse me. So then there could even be a frying pan to saute planets, or a pot to simmer them into? Yep, apparently there are. Komatsu's imagination. They actually exist? To further back that up, long ago there was apparently a folk tale about a giant demon king that could gnaw and chew on the sun. Looking at all this, it may not have been fiction at all. What do you mean? The Gourmet Astrology research team first observed gourmet energy immediately following the Gourmet Big Bang. And the reason I'm able to now detect electromagnetic waves I never was prior to AC's full course is because of that. What's really shocking is what I saw in those waves. The image was like a family, all gathered around a dinner table, all sharing a meal together happily. And it's Asia's family. Or at least that's how Toriko views it. What? What the heck is that supposed to mean? So giant beings are all surrounding a planet, eating it? Not a planet. What they are sitting around was 10 light years in diameter, the Milky Way. The Milky Way? Just how huge were these creatures? Well, I had some questions about that too, so I asked the appetites inside of me. The appetites inside of you? And they told me all kinds of things. That once, long ago, there was a world where all the various gourmet gods lived, called the Furthest Lands. And due to the inflation of appetite there, their gourmet energy exploded all at once. That was the Gourmet Big Bang of 13.7 billion years ago. With these with such terrific force that would expand the entire universe, all of these ingredients were sent flying, scattered off throughout its vastness, and with them one family of gods grabbed hold of ingredients they wanted to protect. Those were the planet's full course. But that family was also separated and scattered from the force of the Gourmet Big Bang, and over the long passage of time, as gourmet energy began to change the colors of their favorite ingredients, many universes began to form. Oh, I guess we're the white, because there's like a diagram of black, blue, red, green, and white. Because of the Milky Way, I guess would make sense. I don't know. And even still, those gods continue to protect their full course in each of their universes. Even if their favorite food should change, they hope to one day bring the full course back together to share with one another. Their family's colors. The father was black, the mother was white. Okay, I was wrong, I guess. The elder son was red. the second sun was green, and the third sun was blue. Wow, somehow that kind of reminds me of Asia's family. Really? Asia's gourmet cells, Neo was black. Froze's appetite was white, I think. That appetite that felt like it could wrap up any and everything without a speck of dirt to defile its color. Ha ha ha, so the old man was red and Jiro was green. So does that mean Jiro was a devil? I don't get that, but if Tepe's hair was green, it would even be long ago before he'd gone gray. What? That was weird. But if Tepe's hair was green, it would have been long ago before he had gone gray. Yeah. Alright. I guess that means Medora could have been blue. In fact, all very well may be so. By the way, apparently that Buddha-looking thing inside of me. Do you think the first letters of all the full course that make up the word Pangea, do you think that could be the furthest lands where all the gods once lived? The gourmet energy that fragmented off from those once unbelievable giant and powerful gourmet gods, that is the true identity of gourmet luck. Yeah, I was kind of noticing a similarity. They look like energy beings. You might be leading us to that land. They might be leading us to that land. And from the effects of the full course's atom, I've been gradually becoming able to see more and more gourmet matter. Is that why it's called Atom, then? Because he's able to see the microcosmos. In fact, now that I can see it clearly, space in the entire universe is a gourmet wonderland. Toriko, you got a bite on your line. Oh. Yeah, I hooked it. What is it? What the heck is that? Huh? Is this a shellfish? Wait. I think we've seen that before. Huh? Is this a shellfish? Where have I seen this before? It can't be. Like what we saw in Area 6 Blue Grill? A giant shell? Yep, I think I'll name this little baby Mini Amshell. I'm thinking they might have cut off the CL from a clam. Does not roll. Anyway, the baby? Well, it is big, so it's hard to think that way. The gourmet astrologist team has been selectively breeding these shellfish for use as spacecraft. Oh God. What? So then these are going to be space camping monsters? Yep, they're being raised and cultivated in this lake. Alrighty then, it's about time we got going, Komatsu. Wait, we're going now? Already? Have you explained this all to Ren yet, Toriko? Yep, I told her I'm just going on a little hunt. Just a little hunt. This is space. Space. We're no idea we'll even come back. It'll be fine. Mini Amshell can exceed the speed of light and travel by slipping into cracks in space-time. That. In other words, it's a back channel. It'll be like reverse time dilation. After returning from a journey of a few years, only a few days would have passed on Earth. Wait, but isn't anyone else coming with us? Like Coco or Sunny or Zebra? What about Terry? Terry has returned to his pack. What? I wonder if they're the new kings. After the battle with Neo, the current 8 kings were all driven to step down and retire. Although their wounds have all healed, once a king has tasted defeat, he is from then on a king no longer. In the gourmet world, right now, there is a power struggle over who will become the next 8 kings. Terry is also participating in that contest. Many beasts from the human world are even stepping up to try and become one of the new 8 kings. Okay, that's interesting. Like the Troll Kong or the Devil Ch, and even the Regal Mammoth. They've all grown into fine beasts and become powerful. That's pretty cool. By the way, Komatsu, Coco and the others are already traveling on a journey in space. Huh? Really? Coco and Zebra are searching for a final piece to their full course in space. What, a space ingredient? We can't drag behind too much. Otherwise, Zebra will eat everything. Come on. We're blasting off, Komatsu. Alright, Toriko. And they blast off. Like Team Rocket. Ah. Someone once said that somewhere in this universe exists a place filled with sweet, sweet planets that look like Shiratami Dango. They're called Shiratami Dango. Yeah. And they are called Shiratami planets. And in a crater on a giant planet elsewhere, bubbling sherbet flows out endlessly. Wait, who the hell is coming up with this? I mean, you know, they must be far more spacefaring than we are. And that there is a galaxy where cosmos mammoths herd, each one being the size of an entire sun. Okay. And somewhere within a space pantry that only appetites may enter exists still unknown, unseen ingredients slumbering, waiting. And inside, new ingredients are constantly being born and raised. But every now and then a gourmet god will slip in and sneak out with one of those ingredients. Once there was a gourmet paradise where all those gods lived, the furthest lands. Their unimaginable, wondrous ingredients of the gods endlessly spill out and overflow. The people of the world held their beliefs in their hearts and stomachs, as they dreamed of one day eating them all. Look, Komatsu, Mitarishi Dango planet. It looks so good. This is some weird, trippy shit. Yeah, something just appeared. What is that, Toriko? You're seeing similar creatures to what we've seen throughout the series up to this point. Not quite the same. There's a giant snake that would put the Snake King to shame, and there's just a random pistol. It's a space Titan. Alright, let's fight it. You're gonna fight this thing? As long as we're alive, no wait, I missed a couple times. First things first, let's get us some of those Dango. No way, they're way too huge. Oh, I probably should have read that first. Oh well. As long as we're alive, our stomachs will hunger, so the adventure will never end. Thank you for enjoying Toriko for these 8.5 years. For more info on Jump Comics and my next work, please check the next page. Toriko, the end. Starting next issue, New series. Alright, I could be up for that. This might replace Toriko. Let's see what that information... Oh, shit. Toriko space stuff scaling comparison. Okay. That's interesting. The Demon King and various attacks towards the end of the series. I think that was, yep, that was it. Alright, well, I've only been reading the series for about a year, but I enjoyed it. And really, that's all that matters, doesn't it? So, have a toast for Toriko. Stay hydrated. And thanks for the meal. Bye.